Is having the Apple ecosystem worth your money? If you are tech savvy and are involved in the Apple ecosystem, then you might know what we are talking about. But for the other users who are not involved in the Apple ecosystem, let us tell you how hard it is to get out of it and why this is a problem sometimes. So watch the video until the end, and yes, if you need to subscribe to Techque, you are missing out, so hit the subscribe button now. And here we begin. An ecosystem in technology is a collection of interconnected devices and services. Like a real ecosystem, the relationship between these devices makes them stronger, and then they are other on their own, making it a powerful strategy for tech companies. Apple isn't the only tech company with an ecosystem, but it's the most successful for a variety of reasons. Apple's ecosystem includes nearly every service and device they currently offer, and many of those device features. So whether you own an iPhone, iPad, iMac, MacBook, Apple Watch, AirPods, Apple TV, or HomePod, your Apple devices are designed to work well together. Problems with the Apple ecosystem. It is hard to leave. Like the good old book, the Apple ecosystem can quickly draw you in. You may soon realize that you've purchased an iPhone, an iPad, a MacBook, and an Apple Watch. Remember your AirPods, Apple Pencil, and the power adapters you've amassed along the way. It isn't easy to back out of something after you've invested hundreds or thousands of dollars. While you may be sick of iOS and ready to explore Android options, if you have a slew of other Apple devices, that alone may keep you from switching. Leaving the Apple ecosystem may cause you to lose access to premium apps or subscriptions purchased through the App Store. As a result, saying goodbye to the iPhone may be more difficult than you anticipated. Cutting-edge tech. If you're deeply invested in the Apple ecosystem, you probably enjoy technology. But unfortunately, that makes it even more difficult to stand by and watch as other companies release incredible devices to which Apple has no answer. Samsung unveiled its first Galaxy Fold device in 2019, and the folding phone has progressed from an expensive novelty to a serious option for many consumers. Whether you go with the Galaxy Z Flip or the Galaxy Fold, Samsung has demonstrated that folding phones are here to stay. Unfortunately, we have yet to determine when, if ever, a folding iPhone will be released. Apple became the tech behemoth today by willing to take risks, embrace new technology and form factors. But unfortunately, Apple has become complacent and fallen far behind the competition in many ways. Siri is a huge headache. When Apple introduced Siri in 2011, it was far ahead of the competition. But since then, Siri has fallen far behind rivals like Amazon's Alexa and Google Assistant. Siri is frequently more trouble than it is worth. While Alexa is compatible with a wide range of Amazon Echo devices and third-party devices, you must adhere to Apple's guidelines if you want to use Siri to power your home. This means purchasing an expensive HomePod or HomePod Mini and having a much smaller range of devices with which Siri can interact. Siri has never been particularly good at basic features such as third-party app support. With iOS 15, Apple also removed the majority of the limited third-party support. There are many things other voice assistants can do that Siri cannot. Siri can't even call you an Uber, while Google Assistant can instantly translate 44 languages. Even though Apple has the most robust ecosystem in the tech world, it is still powered by the dumbest AI of them all. Some content you cannot get. Apple decides who gets to play on its turf and who doesn't. It's difficult to find someone who hasn't heard of Fortnite in 2022, but the popular game is absent from the App Store. This is due to Apple's strict guidelines regarding what app developers can and cannot do. For example, Apple terminated Fortnite because its parent company, Epic Games, implemented a payment system that allowed users to spend money in-game without using the App Store. Epic Games has filed a lawsuit against Apple in response. There are numerous rules governing what businesses can and cannot do on the App Store. Everything from what content is permitted to how that content is delivered to you is covered. For example, you've probably heard of Google Stadia and Xbox Cloud Gaming if you're a gamer. These services allow you to play console games from anywhere by streaming them over the internet, but you won't find them on the App Store due to Apple's purchase policies. People frequently refer to the Apple ecosystem as a walled garden, which is correct because it can sometimes make you feel like you're trapped inside. The Apple tax. One thing is certain, if you want to buy Apple, you must be prepared to pay. Unfortunately, Apple products have never been inexpensive, and this design does not appear to be changing anytime soon. If you want to try out the Apple ecosystem, even the most basic iPhone, the iPhone 13, starts off at $799, which is prohibitively expensive. There's a reason why many buyers consider a MacBook a 5-year investment, if not longer. Even Apple's most affordable laptop, the M1 MacBook Air, begins at $999. This is well above the price of a premium laptop, and while it's good, keep in mind that it's a couple of years old. If you want to step up to a MacBook Pro with Apple's latest design, get ready to fork over $2,000 or more. The Apple tax is most noticeable on tablets. There are numerous tablets available for less than $100, including Android devices and Amazon's Fire devices. On the other hand, the base model iPad has yet to see a significant redesign since 2017, but still costs over $300. There's no denying that Apple's products are expensive, and while some may try to justify the price, Apple's products are certainly somewhat overpriced. The charging situation is a mess. Apple's current charging situation is a disaster for a company that prides itself on minimalism and simplicity. With its MacBook lineup in 2015, Apple was one of the first major manufacturers to embrace USB-C. However, Apple continues to refuse to include USB-C on the iPhone. Instead, Apple forces us to use the Lightning connector, which is over a decade old. Apple's entire AirPods lineup is also Lightning only. To make matters worse, the Apple Watch doesn't support USB-C or Lightning, instead requiring a proprietary charger, which only adds to the confusion. When it comes to charging, Apple's products do not just work. The solution. Fortunately, there is a workaround for some of the Apple ecosystem's limitations. Multi-device chargers can help Apple users reduce clutter, and make switching to product lines easier if you decide to leave the Apple ecosystem. The powerful, versatile, and dependable Air OmniLite family charging station is highly recommended for Apple fans. The Air OmniLite charging station is intended to save time and money. Its wireless charging capabilities save you money on cables, and its fast charging capabilities allow you to save hours charging any of your devices. In addition, you are not required to wait for an empty outlet before charging a second device. You only need one charger and 3 cables to charge all 6 devices, saving at least half of your money. So what do you think of the Apple ecosystem? Let us know in the comments below. Make sure to subscribe to our channel and hit the bell icon to never miss one of our uploads. Like the video as well. Thanks for watching. Take care.